I'm not sure if it's a sin to demand a particular hymn. But if you are going to, make it a decent one. That was the hymn which blasted the roof of the Cathedral of Amiens on the last Sunday of the Great War 100 years ago, November 1918, when the Bishop of Amiens gave one of the most famous homilies ever given in France in salute of the Australians. I'm just back from there, and I assure you the new Sir John Monash Centre opening on Anzac Eve will be a great salute to all members of the AIF, remembering all of them volunteered and 60,000 never returned. Greetings to you all, this superb setting of St Matthew's, Reverend Peter and team, to my friend Kathy McGowan, whose speaking notes were hacked somewhere this morning down the right-hand column. There's something terrible written on them. I can't think by who. But to all of you, welcome on this third Sunday of Lent. I just want to make 2 points. The Bible is not an abstract. Go to Mount Nebo in Jordan with the sun behind you in the morning and look south, and there is the Dead Sea. Look quarter around to the southwest, and there are the hills around Bethlehem, and almost due west, glistening off the skyscrapers of Jerusalem, we learnt about in the Gospel again today and in that hymn. And then you look immediately to the northwest, one of the oldest towns in the world is still there, Jericho, all in the Bible anchored in geographical reality. And then look right to the north, far distance, Sea of Galilee you can't see, but you can see the hills around that in the area of Nazareth, and ultimately the anti-Lebanon snow-capped ranges of 10,000 feet on the far horizon. And I had my epiphany there when ambassador in Rome. I had to go to the Bethlehem University in Jordan on business for the government, and I suddenly saw the Bible fall into a geographical uplift. I was certainly moved by that. And then I reflected on today's Gospel and that other related statements from Matthew: render to Caesar the things that are Caesar, and to God the things that are God. Slight problem, yes, render to Scott Morrison in the terms of the modern, but there's too many Scott Morrisons. To Tim Pallas in Victoria, to the State Treasurer in New South Wales, Dominic, to the local government bodies as well, and so it goes on. But you get the drift. The Gospel established so much of our Judeo-Christian ethic, which is the fundamentals of common law and fundamentals, in a sense, of our Westminster system. Timothy said in chapter 6, verses 7 to 19, "For we brought nothing into the world, just as we shall not be able to take anything out of it. Do good, to be rich in good works, to be generous, ready to share, thus accumulating as treasure a good foundation for the future." And it's in that regard that I think if we can give a gesture in Lent, and it doesn't always have to be money, and many people can't afford the money gesture, but that gesture of extra kindness, that gesture of an extra hello and not brushing past always in a hurry, that gesture of genuinely asking tomorrow, did you really have a good weekend in this magnificent autumn weather? The gesture can be many-folded and many aspects, and can be absolutely in accord with the Judeo-Christian ethic moving forward. And that's the message I want to give, as I can salute a particular gesture as 32,000 seeds from the Riverina in Australia were conveyed to the seed vault in Svalbard, which I have the privilege of being the international chair of. They are stored there in a magnificent gesture of the Norwegian government, Australian government, Canadian government, USA government and others, and Bill Gates, free of charge. It's in an ice mountain, it's minus 17 degrees. Those seeds are our investment in the future. The DNA of each of those seeds is known to scientists around the world through the Genesis platform, so it's dynamic, they can be used. Some seeds have been pulled out. Thailand had a super rust on their cassava crop 2 years ago. A seed collected at random in Colombia proved to be the perfect solution to that fault in Thailand. So that's a gesture, a real gesture for food for the future. Those seeds that went this week to Svalbard with Kathy Reid and Dr. Sally Norton and others they didn't go free of charge. The airlines know how to hit you up. But once they got there, they are stored free of charge for the posterity of the world. God bless you all.